Hi everyone, my name is Christine Josty and I am from Mail Something Pretty, and thank you for watching me today. What I wanted to show you in this fun video is the new catalogs that go live today, so it's very exciting, and I'm going to kind of give you a little catalog walkthrough and some highlights of both the new beginner catalog and also the one that you're all waiting for is the annual catalog. And you can see it's nice and thick. So hold on just for a second. I'm going to flip my camera and I'm going to give some walkthroughs and some highlights and some tips that are in there for you. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's get started. This is the new beginners catalog. Stampin' Up! Came out with a beginners catalog last year with great success, especially for beginners, because when you show a brand new person this catalog with all these lots and lots of pages, it's a bit overwhelming. So they came up with this one, which is just perfect. And if you are interested in getting a beginner's catalog, because I'm going to show you there's some exclusive things in here that you might just want, reach out to me and let me know, and I can pop one in the mail to you. Okay, so it gives a basic welcome. It tells you what your icons are, and it gives you a brief overview of the two types of stamps. We have the cling stamp and the photopolymer stamps. And then we get right into some products. So this is one of the two exclusive stamps in the beginner's catalog that's not in the main annual catalog, and it's called Four Season Floral. It complements, and I'll show you in a second, but it complements a larger set that's in the catalog and makes it a little bit more manageable. But you can see you have the four seasons of flowers. You have poinsettias, you have, these kind of look like peonies, and daisies, and not sure what those are, but it's a perfect set for someone who is just starting out. You have your happy birthday and your thank you, and I'd say at the beginning that's the majority of the cards you are going to want to send. It also up here shows you coordination, so how to make these products right here. It tells you exactly what you need to make here. So it goes through, the stamp set. You're going to need a block, because if you're a beginner, you won't have a block. These are the Memory Moors cards that comes with the envelopes and the cards, so it makes it super easy. The little mini inks called ink spots, and the new, and I'll get into this in a minute, but the new Stamp and Seal, which is a new adhesive. And then I really wanted to show you this one because I love it and I will be buying this one. Again, same thing. It shows you some fun little samples. It gives you little steps and tips and tricks, and it tells you what you need. They have actually now the collection of the ink spots, which is nice because that will really start you off with a bunch of colors and before investing in all the bigger ink pads. And then these ones are in the annual catalog, so I'll just go through those kind of quickly. And then it highlights one of the brand new stamp sets, which I love this one too. I just love citrus. So this is an all-inclusive stamp set kit, excuse me. So all you need to make these cards is in this box. So you just order one item number and everything you need is in here. And I'll show you in a minute, there's more kits too. But that's just a really quick overview of the beginner's catalog. This is, I think, what you've been waiting to see, the annual catalog. We'll just do a little walkthrough. I just wanted to highlight a few things, and I mailed out a bunch of catalogs. I hope you have them by now. If not, they should come any day. I don't know why they took a little while, probably just with worldly things going on, but you should have them very soon. So when you open up the front cover, you instantly get a shot of all the 5 new ink colors. Stampin' Up! Comes out with 5 new colors every year. So these are the ones that we've been waiting for. Let's see if I can remember the names. Misty Moonlight, Magenta Madness, Cinnamon Cider, Just Jade, and Bumblebee. So they're fun colors. So what I want to highlight right here on page 1 are suites. So I'll show you in depth, but a suite it's almost in a way kind of like a big kit. Everything you need is suggested and right there for you under one item number, which makes it easy so you don't forget a coordinating item. But these are the categories of the suites. And then the other thing, you can see I write in my catalog, so don't be afraid to write in your catalog. It highlights, these are 6 different techniques, and they'll go into them a little bit more, but it's kind of nice. This is not just a catalog of pictures, but it's actually a teaching tool. They used to call the catalog an idea book and idea book and catalog, and so now I think they just call it the annual, but it has some really helpful tips. So if you want to learn about 2-step stamping or markering, stamping off, pattern building, masking, and heat embossing, it goes into more detail. Okay, so I have my cheat sheet up here, and I just want to see. Okay, so these are more kits. So this is the one I just showed you in the beginner's catalog, the citrus kit. This one is a carryover from last year, and you'll see that the stamp sets that come with the kits are shown at 40%. So like this is a full-size stamp. These ones are at 40%. So these will, be comparable in size. Same with this one. And then over here highlights the paper pumpkin, which is a monthly crafting kit, which is fabulous. Everything you need to make whatever the projects are for that month come in that month's box. So it's great. The adhesive comes with it, all the paper, cardstock, and envelopes, and everything you need for $22 a month comes in the box. And I think it's a minimum of 8 cards. Sometimes they're 12, sometimes they're 24 projects. I would guess about 75%, 80% of the projects are cards. Sometimes they have favors, but I can give you more information if you're interested in finding out about that. And you can do it for a couple months, you can do it once, you can do it ongoing forever. So that's a great thing. And then this kit I wanted to show you, the gorgeous posies, all these purples, which is so pretty. This is a, they call it a project kit, and so it makes 16 cards, and what you get are all the paper pieces. The stamp set down here is not included, but you can purchase it separately, or you can just use your own stamps, because for this particular set or kit, you're just stamping on these labels. So you might already have some stamps that would, that kind of fit in those labels. So you use what you have, just get the kit, or you can get the coordinating stamp set, and it gives you suggested colors and other things that you might need. And then this is called a product medley. So it's like a super kit. Everything you need, it shows here, comes in here. And I just love this navy and white paper. But the cool thing is, so you get the stamps, you get the ink, you actually get dies. If you have an embossing machine, you get the ribbons, you get all the papers, you get a stamp set. So tons comes in that. But what you look down here, it says there's a refill kit for this one. So if you didn't want the stamp set, you really wanted these papers, because these papers are not sold separately, you can purchase just a refill kit. So you can get the, let's see, it says you can get the 48 sheets of the 6x6 paper, 6 sheets of vanilla, 6x6, the dry embossed paper, and the cutouts, and 40 paper flowers. So check that out too. So that's an option that you might miss as you're skimming through. That's what I found when I'm going through this catalog. I had to go through it many times because there's so much jam-packed in here that I missed a lot of like the little things, and that's what I want to point out to you today. Okay, so this is the first suite we come to. It's called Flowers for Every Season. And then you'll see here that the suite collection, or the suite, you can get everything that's listed here. Now this is a really expensive one, but you get quite a lot. But there's one item number. So you don't have to say, well, I want this stamp set and this bundle and this ribbon and these embellishments, and then you forget something that goes with it. So everything here is under one bundle number, and they do that for every suite in the catalog. So watch for that. This one is a huge one. You get 2 stamp sets, 2 sets of dies. You get the Memories and More, the card bases, and the matching envelopes, so they're pre-printed. You get some ribbons, you get some gems, and you get this comes with 5 ink pads, so all those new ink colors. So it is a super set, but you get tons and tons and tons. And you can see here also, this is the paper that coordinates with all these new ink colors, and they're just so much fun. And it does have flowers for every season, which is nice. And so this is the sunflower goes with this suite as well. And then this one goes with a punch. So what I wanted to show you here is you're going to see some different colorations. So the sunflower has like a gray shadow behind it. That means, and it does kind of say in fine print, it coordinates with the sunflower dyes. So if you see this color, this gray blue color, that means that there are dyes that outline or go with this set. If you see over here this kind of vanilla or this yellowy color, that means it coordinates with a punch. So there's a new mason jar punch, which is really exciting, and some really cool accessories that go with it, like the little cups, so you can actually put, I don't know if you can see in here, but you can put things in the cups, which is fun. But that's what those two colors means, and it does say it down here, so you can look. And actually another item code here is reversible, so one stamp, you can use both sides of the stamp, and that's a brand new thing that Stampin' Up! Just developed. And then lastly on this page, I think over here it has these are new little icons, the pictures that go with the suite, so just to make it a little easier. And they do have like an index of colors too, so of different topics on the side. Okay, so let's see. I think I'm gonna skip to page 48. There's so much. I wish I could show you every page, but would be on here forever. And actually that reminds me, I'm hosting a virtual Facebook open house. I've never done before, but I'm really excited. I've learning how to do it, and I'm super excited. That will be on June 18th at 7 p.m. I encourage you to go to, oh, I should have wrote it down. It's in my newsletter, and I'll put it on my website. I think it's just millsomethingpretty.com/open house. I think that's the link I created for it. But I would love for everyone to join. So be sure to check out those details, because we're going to be doing some, I don't know if I'll do a catalog walkthrough. I might just attach this video, but we're going to be making some projects. There's going to be some prizes. There's going to be all sorts of fun videos and pictures and comments and all fun stuff. Okay, back to this. This is what I want to show you on this page. Stampin' Up! Has done, they've listened to us. We wanted bigger pictures, and they gave us bigger pictures. They gave us more samples. There's tons in here. So this is a good illustration of 3 of a similar card, but different levels. So this card is great for a beginner. It's just simple stamping. And then Step It Up, they kind of call that a casual stamper. And so there's a couple extra layers. And then they call this an avid crafter, or, you know, I don't even want to say the expert, but like the fully enthused, you know, I need it all. So there's 3 levels. And so look throughout the catalog, because you're going to see that in different places. And the other thing you're going to see are some of those, remember I showed you at the beginning, those tips on techniques. So this one is kind of highlighting embossing. And then over here you're going to see, and this is brand new this year, which is exciting, there's a color palette. So there's suggested color combinations. So they, you know, these 4 colors go together, and it's showing them kind of in these samples. And you're going to see that there's a whole bunch of them. And then the last thing on this page, you're going to see these $1 million icons. And so these are demonstrators who have reached $1 million sales mark, and then they get to design their own stamp set. So there's a whole bunch of them. A lot of people hit the $1 million sales mark this year, and so you're going to see a lot of this. And it's kind of fun to have you know, people who are using the products help influence or help design what we're using. So I'm a far way from there, but you know, it's a good goal to get there. I have no idea what I would create for my stamp set, but it's a good thing to think about. Okay, so let's see, 66 I wanted to show you. I was trying to make this kind of short, but it's hard to make it short because it's so much fun. So here's another suite. This is the Ornate Garden suite, and this one actually they let us all preview or pre-order this one during the month of May. But again, you can kind of see the layout of the much larger pictures showing the designer series paper, lots of samples, and there's like a free 4-page spread of the suite. So you really get to see the versatility and the ideas and the potential and the excitement of it all. So I just wanted to show you kind of the larger pictures. And then 72, this was another like technique picture, a masking. So when you stamp on a post-it note and then you cut it out, and then you you stamp on your paper. First you put the mask down, and then you can kind of stamp the leaves on top of the Post-it note, and then when you take it off, the leaves are kind of like tucked under the flower. That's like really quick masking. I think I did a video on that a while ago. You can check my YouTube channel for it. But I just wanted to show you that, you know, you can learn from the catalog. There's lots of techniques in there. And the next one is bundles. Okay, so you're going to see there's a whole bunch of bundles in here, and what it means is a bundle is a stamp set and either a punch or a die set, die cutting, bundled, paired together, and it saves you 10%. So this particular one is a punch. It's like a Post-it, the shape, the postage stamp shape, it goes with the stamp set, and it saves you 10%. So those are sprinkled throughout everywhere, but I just wanted to point those out, that those are a good value. And I'll show you another place in the end where those are as well. I just don't want to miss anything. I'm going through, isn't that beautiful? This wasn't on my list to show you, but I'm going to because it's so pretty. The peonies, I have peonies growing in my yard and I just love them. It's so elegant and graceful. They're so pretty. But I needed to go to 111. Okay, so this is again another tip of techniques. Actually, I don't even know if this was a technique. This is just a tip it was showing you about how to use a sponge roller. So you really have to absorb everything and read everything. This is an icon for the distinctive, and which those are stamps. Stampin' Up! Created those maybe 2 years ago, that they look like almost, I guess, kind of like photographs. So when you stamp them, and you just have to like stamp them once, and you get this really nice like realism. And so there's a whole list of all these. So on page 114, there's a whole list of their distinctive stamps, but there's also the emblem down here, and they're really cool. Like you just stamp once, and then you have all these like depth, I guess. It's a really cool thing how they do it. And let's see, I think on 125, I wanted to, oh yeah, here's another, I thought this was a really kind of cool tip, so I wanted to show it to you. It says put your scraps to use. So if you keep all your little strips of paper, because we all do, if you line them all up, so they tape them on a piece of cardstock, line them up, and then cut them, and then it makes it much easier to put them together. I thought that was a good tip. But again, look through the whole catalog and you're going to get all sorts of tips. So I'm going to show you the back page. So this is kind of like all the front was stamp sets for the most part, with other things trickled in, and then this is all like the other stuff. So these are all their colors. And they did a nice chart with it. It's much easier to follow with the eye. You're not going to mix up different numbers for different things. And so you Stampin' Up! Is well known, or just kind of what made them known, is for their color coordination. So their cardstock is like, so Poppy Parade's this first color. Their Poppy Parade cardstock is the same dye as their ink pad and their refill and their blends markers and their Stampin' Right markers and their ribbons. And so you know that they all, if Poppy Parade or any color, they're all true to each other, so they all match each other. And so it's not like, does this red go with this red and this red? You know, there's no guessing. So anyways, these are the colors, and they have by color collections, which is, you know, color families they used to call them. And then those are the basics, the white, the black, the vanilla. And then you can actually get assorted packs of each family. So these are color collections. So each of these 4, and really 5, 6 with the in colors collections, you can buy an assorted pack. So if you didn't want, like, say a whole package of 24 sheets of Poppy Parade paper, you can buy, what's that, the Brights collection. You can get a Brights collection which has 2 sheets of each of the 10 colors. So they coordinate together, and it's a good way to kind of learn the colors, or get all the colors, to then decide what you do want a full pack of. And so they're sold in the Brights, the Regals, the Neutrals, the Subtles, and then the 2 sets of ink colors. So these are the new ones, the 2020, 2022, and these are the ones that were introduced last year, so they have 1 more year left, the 2019, 2021 colors. I hope I'm not going too fast. I have a feeling I am, but you can either watch it on the replay or get your own catalog and then you can kind of go into it. Same as the colored packs, you can also buy ink pad collections. So the same thing you can get, and it saves 10% if you buy a whole collection together, the 10 together. So those are listed here as well. These are some of like the embellishments and like the little tools. I wanted to highlight over here. Those I just showed you in the beginner's catalog. They're selling a collection of, and it's not really even a collection. They're just a few different colors. So they kind of take from each of the collections the little ink spots. So it's another good way of getting a sampling of some colors, and then you can also use the re-inkers on these or the regular ink pads. So, and then over here are the designer series papers, which are just awesome, and I just love the pictures are so much bigger. They probably used to be like really small, so you really get an idea of the patterns and the colors, and the colors are listed in the descriptions of what is in each of the packs of paper. And those are some more. Their new paper trimmer. I say new, I guess it's been around for a little less than a year, but it's a great trimmer. I like it. Their boxes and their bags, they're all food safe. And then some more of the paper. So these are kind of more of like the neutrals, the shimmery white, and then the vanilla and the white. Just note here, they have the vanilla listed first because of alphabetical order. So if you wanted white, just make sure you're putting the white item number down. I find that sometimes, like with the note cards and envelopes, sometimes people order the vanilla instead of the white just because it's listed first. So just kind of pay attention to that. This is brand new and I can't wait to get my hands on it. It's velveteen paper. And it's 3 different colors, the cinnamon cider, Highland heather, and soft seafoam. So it has like that, you know, that velveteen texture to it, but you can also stamp on it. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then this is new, their glimmer paper. It's the only glimmer paper that they have, but it's an ombre. So it's 12 by 12 with these, so it's almost like a rainbow color. So you can use it as is, you know, cut a strip and have the ombre, or you can punch out if you just wanted a yellow flower, then you just punch out of the yellow section. So that's kind of exciting. And then they introduced a new foil sheet brass. So now they have lots of colors in that. And you can, I can't show you everything, but these are the new ink colors, the card bases, and the envelopes that I pointed out in the beginner's catalog. And some embellishments, lots of sequins and fun bling. These are those cups that go with the mason jar punch, and they also have snow globe cups that go with there's 2 snow globe stamp sets and dies that go with it. Their ribbons, and some of their ribbons have like a multi-pack, so that comes with 2, this comes with 2. Let's see, this one comes with 3, this one comes with 2, this one comes with 3, so it's nice. You get a lot of ribbon, and you get tons and tons of yardage. You would never get that much yardage at a craft store. And then we're almost at the end, but this is a page I really did want to highlight. So it's their adhesives. So I had said before, they have got rid of their snail adhesive, their tape runner, and they've replaced it. And I don't have it yet, but I'm very excited to put it in my order, and I have to wait till today. It's this one here. It's called Stamp and Seal, and it's similar to their snail, except it's more yardage, but also it's much stronger. So that's exciting because sometimes the snail wasn't as sticky as you wanted it. So that's their answer to that. And then they introduced a Stamp and Seal Plus, which is replacing their Fast Fuse that they had a couple years back, which is even stronger. And it's great for like 3Ds, like for boxes or interactive cards or for projects. And they still have the tear and tape, so that's what we've been using. But this is just nice. And the cool thing is it's perforated. So when we used the Fast Fuse, you had to like use it and make that check mark. Apparently you don't have to do that anymore. It just breaks because of this perforations. So that's exciting. The other thing they brought back from Halloween, they brought back the black dimensionals and the regular dimensionals, so that's the same. These are new, the foam sheets. So let's see, 12, it's down here. So you can cut out, there's some new letter dies, or whatever dies you want to cut out and raise. Instead of cutting up dimensionals to kind of like fit on the little pieces, you can actually cut out the whole shape. And then over here, the last one, it's cling adhesive. So these are little strips so now we have all our stamps come either photopolymer, which are, I call the super clear stamps, or the cling red rubber stamps. And they replaced last year all of the, what we call the clear stamps. And they kind of look the same, but the cling are much stickier to stick on your block. The clears tend to fall off the block. So what these are stickers you just stick right on top of the labels of your clear, the older stamps, and then they become cling and they become super sticky. So I think anyone who has the old clear stamps are going to want to get some of these. And this is all the same. And then, so we're on to punches. So it shows there's a couple pages of punches. So they have a lot of punches. You can see here, and then these are some of the new ones, but this is new, a new format for the catalog. So they have punch bundles. So they're showing, you can buy, like say if you just wanted these punches separate, you can still buy them separate with the item number here, but if you want them with a bundle, it just shows you the stamp set that it goes with. So it's just easier ordering in that order numbers here, but they also are including additional samples. So these samples aren't in the beginning. So be sure to check out the end for samples too. And the other thing I wanted to show you on this page is they have the tag topper punch. They have two, they've had these two tag topper punches. So this is a brand new one. So just know that you can get that one separate, or you can bundle it with a stamp set, but it's not over here. So I just wanted to point that out to you. And then this is a new punch, and I'll be doing some videos, and I think I'm going to showcase it in the open house, virtual open house. But it's like a triple, so the triple banner punch, not the triple banner punch. Which one did we have that did the 3 sizes? Or maybe it was this one. So it does like the 3 different sizes of the pennants, if you're familiar with it. So this one does 6 sizes with 1 punch, and they layer on each other to make labels. So you're going to see there's tons of samples in this catalog with it. It's kind of maybe hard to see here in the catalog, and I'm going to show you, but this is going to be a great punch. And it also does bundle. Here it is. So it shows you the different like widths of the paper, and you can layer them up together. And this is, we have been waiting all year for this, the new Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So this replaces the Big Shot that they sold. But what's cool is, so they have the new machine, and then they came out with a mini machine, and which does the same thing. It's just narrower, and it's smaller. So like if you go to Crops, or you have, I know some people have like a summer house in Florida, or you travel, and so you can just bring your little one instead of bringing the big one. And then they both fold up. So they're both saving space on your table, but it's not, even though it's in the catalog, we can't order it yet. We have to wait for just a little bit longer. It will be released sometime this summer. I think they said early summer, so that's not too long to wait. But it is highlighted everywhere in the catalog. So I just wanted to kind of point it out. All of the plates that you need come with the dies. Not the dies, the machines. There are extra things you can get, and I would recommend, but not necessary, they replaced the magnetic plate, so your dies won't jump around anymore. It's like a magnetic sheet instead of like the individual magnets. There's going to be tons of information coming up with that, so I just wanted to show you that a little bit just to get you excited. So these are just like the punch bundles. They have stamp set bundles, so you can buy the dies separate with this number, or you can buy it with the bundle together. And you're going to see now with the dies, see this little mini. So every die in the set will fit in the mini. It's, you know, it's a 3.5-inch wide opening. Not to say like this one doesn't have the mini icons. Of course, some of these little ones are going to fit in the mini, but this one would be too big, so they're not going to categorize the whole thing, even though some of them will fit in the mini. So I just wanted to show you that. So these are all like, you know, same thing. You can get the die separate or you can bundle them together with more samples, and there's tons and tons of dies. Look at all these die bundles. There's a whole bunch. And actually, speaking of that, and I'm putting that in my newsletter today, if anyone decides to join Stampin' Up, and I hope you consider doing so, and I hope you consider joining my team of Wicked Stampers, you, as an incentive, when you purchase the $99 starter kit, you can choose any bundle for free to go with your starter kit. So it can be a die bundle, or if you don't have a die cutting machine yet, you know, and you're waiting to buy this new one, you can order, or choose rather, one of the punch bundles to go with your starter kit. So it's a great incentive. I'm going to be putting lots of information out there, but I just wanted to mention it here while I was going through to show you the bundles. Isn't that dog so cute? Wait till you see, I didn't show it to you, but wait till you see it. It's adorable. So look at all these bundles. There's tons and tons of them with lots of samples. And then these are dies that do not go with bundles. You just buy them separately. Some of them, they still like coordinate with stamp set. They're just not, when you buy them together, you're just not saving that 10%. So just read the print. But look at all these ones that go exclusively with the little mini machine. So tons of them do. Lots and lots and lots and lots of dies. And then these are embossing folders. So these use in the machine as well, and they give you that texture on the paper. Well, it's hard to see. These are much better to see than in the past catalogs. They're probably about double the size, and they're close-ups. So for instance, well, it might not be seeing so great on the camera, but this scripty one, you know, they're like little letters all the way across. It's kind of fun, but it's much up close, so you can see the patterns of what's in them. And then these darker colored ones, these ones are the 3.5 width, so these go in the mini machine. You can use them in the regular machine too, but they're made for the mini machine. And just at the end here, if you host a workshop or a party, and I'm going to be doing some Facebook parties, so you can kind of in the same gist of the open house I'm doing on Facebook, we can have a Facebook party since we really can't get together. You can join your friends, we can get together, and host, or hostesses rather, can order special sets. These are 2 of them in this catalog, and they have other ones in the mini catalogs that will be coming out throughout the year, and they're at a discounted price, and only hosts can order them. And then the other incentive for June are hosts who have a party. The sales are over $250, get an additional $25 as their host Stampin' Rewards. So if you host a party or you make a single order of $150, you would get 10% back. So you get a $15 like Stampin' Rewards. You can choose anything as a bonus. If you get to the 250 mark, that would be the 10%. So you'd have $25 normally, but in June you get an extra $25. So you're getting $50 of anything you want to choose, as they call them Stampin' Rewards, or they used to call them hostess benefits. So June is a great time to host a party. If we're able to do it in person, we can do it in person, but if not, we can do a Facebook party, and it'll be just as much fun. It may be even more fun because you can kind of show up in your jammies and you don't have to clean your house, and I can do all the work for you. So, and then just an index of all the stamp sets in the back. And then this is just a sample for a starter kit. You can choose anything you want as a starter kit. They're making a suggestion, and actually it's quite a good one. It's that Flowers for Every Season bundle, or not the whole bundle, but kind of the bundle. Includes the punch and the stamp sets and the cards and so forth. But I can certainly help you with that, and I would really love for you to consider joining our team. So I need some water because I've talked so much and talked so fast. This is the catalog. This is the beginner's brochure. Thank you for taking however long this did to have a little catalog walkthrough. I hope you can hear my excitement. I'm very excited about it, and I can't wait to share it with you and start making some projects with you. So thanks again for watching. My name is Christine Josty from Mail Something Pretty. I invite you to check out my blog at mailsomethingpretty.com and Facebook pages and my VIP Facebook group. I'd love for you to join us. Thank you and have a great day.